All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers rolled into Mercedes-Benz Stadium today, favored to defeat the Atlanta Falcons, but at the half, the Bucs found themselves on the wrong side of a 17-0 score. The Falcons were having their way against this Bucs defense in the first half of their game, while their offense was simply stuck in the mud. However, Tampa would come out of the dressing room for the second half a different team, and by the end of the quarter, the Bucs were only trailing Atlanta by the score of 24-21. Tampa Bay got their first lead of the game with about 6 minutes left in the contest when quarterback Tom Brady connected with wide receiver Antonio Brown on a 46-yard touchdown pass to give the Bucs the 31-27 advantage, and Tampa would go on to win today by that score. Now, looking inside of the numbers, the Bucs only had one penalty today, which was great. They weren't shooting themselves in the foot. Tom Brady was 31-45 passing for 390 yards with a pair of touchdown passes and no interceptions. The Bucs, because they fell into that deficit, they got away from their running game, and they really didn't get a lot going on the ground today. But you look how this defense stepped up, most notably Devin White, as he had 3 sacks of Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan. Now, you look at the Bucs right now. They're 9-5. But they really have not played that great. It seemed like every single time this year that Tampa Bay was about to get into a rhythm, they took a step back. Now, I know they still have an outside shot to win the NFC South. And like I said, an outside shot is a very outside shot because you're looking at it. You have the New Orleans Saints. They're in the midst of their contest with the Kansas City Chiefs. And even for the sake of argument that the Saints lose that game, they're still 10-4, while you have the Bucs who are 9-5. And more importantly, the Saints do have the tiebreaker due to the fact that they swept Tampa Bay this season. But you look at the way that this game is the season is going to finish for the Bucs. They finish up on the road next week with Detroit, and then they're home for Atlanta in week number 17. And that Atlanta game, I can tell you right now, won't be a picnic because you're going to have a division foe that the Bucs are going to face 2 times in a 3-week span. And Atlanta is definitely looking to finish the season on a positive note. I've said it before and I will say it again. Tampa has to focus more on their running attack. I love what Tampa can do in the ground game with Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette. They got to go out there early on in contest and establish that line of scrimmage with some physicality. It's going to make things better for their passing game. It's too much looking to pass the ball around to Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski. It's one of those situations if you're Tampa. Focus on the running game. Focus on that ground attack, and I think that is something that Bucs head coach Bruce Arians needs to preach going forward. This was a character win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. And I say that, yes, the Falcons are going to finish this season with a losing record. However, divisional matchups, especially in December, are always very difficult to win. You simply throw the rule book out of the window and you throw the records out of the window when 2 divisional clubs meet, because there's always a lot on the line. And I guarantee you, Atlanta went out there today not only looking to win a game, but also spoil the potential playoff hopes of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who still have yet to clinch a playoff berth. But the fact that you never panicked, you came back down from 17-0, and of course, you're facing a Falcons club who has found ways to blow leads throughout the season. So you're definitely not. If you're Tampa Bay, you definitely didn't want to push the panic button and get down on yourselves. But at the same time, nonetheless, it's still a character building win as you found a way to come back and do what needed to be done. Chances in the postseason, like I said, it's going to be tough for Tampa Bay to win the division and get a home playoff game. But it's one of those things. Maybe going on the road will make things easier for them, take a little bit of the pressure off of them. But I will say this, a lot of these guys that are on this Bucs team, it will be their first time in the playoffs. So for them, they're going to have to learn very quickly that they're going to have to step their game up. But I will say playing with a guy like Tom Brady all season long will make that a little easier. Why? Because this is a guy who's been there, done that, and you look at what he's done throughout his career in regards to the preparation. I guarantee you that he has spread that message to his team throughout the season. So come January, the Bucs will be ready. But nonetheless, It was a big comeback win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hopefully, for their sake, they can carry some of this momentum over into the remaining portion of the regular season here in 2020. And more importantly, try to get off to faster and crisp starts, because this is a time of the year, if you are a playoff team, where you really want to look to get the best football going, and you really want to have your sea legs, so to speak, coming into the postseason. So let's see what Tampa can do. Let's see if they can build upon this and try to find some momentum, or take some momentum for themselves into January for the postseason. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to thank all of the subscribers out there. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.